DH by DH.
DH by DH.
Thank you.
I like how you always put in African prints.
I love them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you.
African
Merade.
Oh, amen, amen, amen. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm great. Welcome back to Accra.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
During the holidays, I had some visitors from around the world, and often in the mornings I'll play gospel music, and by the time they left, they were singing all of your songs.
Oh, bless.
I watched a video of, is it Jacinta, our lovely comedian, Jacinta?
Okay, right, yes.
Nigerian Ghanaian. She was singing Adum in her car.
Really?
Singing Chi and saying, because of you, she's learning Chi so that she can sing Chi music. Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm good.
And how's the new year started for you?
The new year is always a busy time. Getting to the end of the year and then the new year, because obviously getting to the end of the year, ministry takes off, everybody's having an event. And then the moment the year ends, I start working towards a week experience of Diana Hamilton. And this year is even more because I've just released a song too. And
you just started the new year with a bang. You didn't wait for the rest of us.
How for doing?
You know, we're still marking time. We're still, getting ready. We're still getting ready for 2024 will start around March.
Oh, really?
But you just started the new year with a big bang and looking so fabulous. When did you come in? When did you come in?
I got in on Monday.
Roland and I were talking about you this morning. We were gossiping. We were trying to figure out how much you spend on air tickets every year, because you're a resident in the UK.
I am.
But you are always in Accra.
I don't even know what answer to give you.
Your miles must be like, at this point you should be flying for free, because like your Sky Miles should be giving you free tickets. To Accra.
I was having a fight with British Airways. I said to them, the rate at which I fly.
You're always
you guys
here.
need to do more.
You're always here. But anyway, it's a start of a new year, and you started with a new song, and I know you have a lineup of events.
Yes.
What's the first
themes? So you're wondering
the doing of the Lord.
So it's a theme for this year's experience with Diana Hamilton. So if you're coming for we're gonna lift that song, and I wanted everyone to join in making an anthem.
What's the doing of the Lord in your life?
Urged me to sit. I sat. Then the next boy sat, and the girl said,
She left.
She left. By the time I realized I was somewhere in Cape Coast, Kotokraba, in a funny area. I think I've shared this. It took God to grant an SS1 girl the courage to tell opposite formers, I will not enter this house. I will not enter this house. I will stand here. I will stand here. I will not enter this house. But God, when I see the finger of the Lord, and that's why my favorite verse in the Bible is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Because right at the entrance of that door, gate, whatever it is, sat a woman who was feeding her sheep and goats some leaves. And this woman didn't say a word. All she did was sat there and watched. And I kept standing. My point, I said, I will not enter this house. For hours. Had that woman left, these guys would have dragged me in. And I don't know what would have happened.
Wow. Did you report this incident when you came back to school?
When I came back to school and I told my school mother, she said, don't tell anybody. That's where it ended.
That's where it ended? Wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. But yeah, I just knew that. I sit back and I think, could that have taken away my confidence? What would that have done to me? What would have been? What should have happened? Because they made it look like, yeah, Nyoshi, why you just come and sit down? You are acting funny. You are my little sister. And one of them was like, I was a very tiny girl in school, but yeah. Anyway.
And they were older boys?
Huge.
Wow.
Huge. They were opposite formers, and I was.
A scary story.
Yeah.
Did you tell your parents?
Oh yeah, they know about it. My parents weren't here then, but they know about it.
I think we should take that song now. Let's take that song now. The doing of the Lord. And it's a testimony of the events of your life, and I'm sure so many other people's lives also who are watching us this morning. The Doing of the Lord is a new song by Diana Hamilton and Mercy Chinwo of Nigeria.
I know. It's
you know something about your song?
Tell me.
So they are nice songs, okay, on the face of it. But then they carry so much spirit.
I know.
There is this thing. I told you a little story. Should I
tell them?
So, story of my life. True story. The year was 2022. I was jogging on a Saturday morning, you know, and I was listening to Mr. Lava Lava. She called me Mr. Bombastic. Something fantastic. You know, I was jogging. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, so my phone was on my arm, so I have this arm strap with my phone.
Right.
And I think something touched my playlist. And then immediately switched to Adom.
I don't look like what I have been through, okay?
Then out of the blue, like as I was jogging, I didn't want to stop and change it because it was going to break my flow. So I was like, you know, let me just go, keep going. And when the song started playing, out of the blue, I just burst into tears.
Oh.
It was the strangest thing ever.
And
I couldn't run. So I was like, I was jogging. I just stopped and I was like this by the roadside. And then I was just like this by the roadside. And then I remember I texted my friend and this has just happened. I don't understand what's happening. And I didn't change the playlist because changing it means taking the strap off. And then it was just a long process. So the song kept playing and I was just hopeless by the roadside. On a Saturday morning, and the traffic was, and you know, there was traffic and I was just by the roadside and people were looking at me and I couldn't help myself. And you know, it felt so heavy. And I realized that with all your songs. This your song, Ebinime Sinkonya, Waji Front Seat. When I first learned the song, na me de ye kasentry.
Okay.
Na me de ye kasentry, the stress. But I watched one of your performances at the Perez Chapel, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Perez Chapel, right?
Okay, yes.
And it suddenly had a totally different meaning,
right?
You know,
right.
And suddenly I began to feel that it was so heavy. And I feel that way about all your songs.
Yeah.
What's different about your songs?
I'll give a name for that for you. It's like a Damascus experience for everyone. You have your moments. God is with us throughout, but then it's like a married woman. You're with your husband, but there's one day he sees you. He sees you. You have your moments. You have your times. And what I pray to God for is such moments to be more with people. And yesterday, the calls that I was getting for the Doing of the Lord is, Mommy, I'm just crying. And it's not even tears of sadness. It's just tears of joy. It's just remembering, looking at my journey. And I'm grateful to God that to have that desire and to meet people who say, I actually experienced that, is a trophy for me. It's a trophy for me. And if it's your Damascus and you can't explain it, you just know that God is in that room. God is in that moment. I'm not sad. I've just moved from jumping to just a mellow moment, my time with God. I see you, God. I feel you. Or God telling you, oi, I'm with you.
I like the oi. But that's the I don't know, the mark of a true woman of God. And so we thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
And you have to tell us how you got this Igbo woman to speak Chi.
I think I need to be given a Chi lesson. I need to be given the title of Professor of Chi with this. First things first, when I spoke to Mercy and I sensed the song, her first thing was, Ma, you are anointed. Oh. You are anointed. Ma, that part, the tweet, the Ghana part, I'll sing the Ghana part.
Oh.
She was like, it's my favorite, I'll sing it. I thought she was joking. But I knew she could do it. She's smart and she loves the things of God. She was excited to be on this. So on the day she was going to the studio, she sent me and said, Ma, can you give me, take your time and sing it for me? Well, I took my time and what I did was write the lyrics for her using English phonics. So
Chinglish.
Something like, if I'm writing senye, the se tree would have been S and A, but I did SIR.
Okay.
As in sir. Senye. And what I struggled most, and I wanted her to speak the Chi fluently, not like forced. And so I had to get the right phonic for nyame. And in the Ghanaian, in English, there's no sound for NY. There's no phonics for, I asked the scholars to know, but there's no phonic for NY.
Okay.
In Chi, the nya, you can't get it in English.
Okay.
So that was a struggle. But I pushed her to the nya in señor, as in, you know, you get Spanish, señor. And another one, yeah.
Wow. So that was a long process.
No, but it was, all I did was do a voice recording. I said, Mercy. So I typed it for her and I said, the nyame is what I'm struggling with. But think about señor and the ño in Spanish and put that there. So in nyame and a señe, the nye and nyame was what we thought would have been a problem. But she got it. She got it. And it was such a delight.
Well done. How long did
you.
it take you to work on this project?
Listen, that's the doing of the Lord. That story, you know, on its own, it's a whole story for another day. But the song was done by myself, finished, produced, done.
Okay.
But I just knew that Mercy is on this song. And Say Amen, she was supposed to be on it, but she was occupied in Canada. And by the time I was doing this, she was still occupied. So I thought, you know what, let me just do it. And then one day we spoke and she was like, Ma, I get to Nigeria on the 9th of October. I can go to the studio. I can do this.
Okay.
By the time we realized,
bam,
we're here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you shot the music video soon after?
Soon after. We shot part of it in Nigeria and we shot part of it in Ghana.
May I just say the styling in the video is off the charts. Oh,
can I say, okay, so there was a lot of intentionality in the outfit. If you can tell, the kente was a blend of Ghana, Nigeria. And then also our styles.
Look at is it gilly?
The gilly.
Okay.
So the kente was Ghana, the gilly was Nigeria.
Okay.
And then the blend of our styles.
Okay.
The dress, the one I wore pink, that's so me. That's also a DH by DH dress. But the beret is a Mercy design.
Yes.
She's into.
She wears berets.
She wears berets. She actually sells berets.
Okay.
Actually. And so it was just.
You put it all together so nicely. And this blue dress, this particular one on the screen, it's so bridal.
I know.
It's actually a bridal inspiration. In fact, the clothes could all be bridal inspirations for brides who don't want the all white.
True.
It's so pretty.
Including the kente, isn't it?
It's so. Look at the car. Why did you shoot this video?
So we shot one in Nigeria. We shot one on an island in Nigeria, and then we shot one in Sandbox.
In Accra, Labadi.
Labadi, and then a beach in Labadi.
Yeah, where the dress is on the mannequin by the beach. I thought I recognized it.
That part?
That's Sandbox.
Okay. Yes. Okay. It's not a mannequin, that was me. You know the orangey thing standing?
That was you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my.
I look like a mannequin. Oh, wow.
You look so perfect. I thought it was a mannequin.
Mannequins are supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
So, you know, I take that as a compliment.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I thought it was a mannequin.
I take that as a compliment, okay? Oi, naysayers.
I thought it was a mannequin. No kidding. That was you. Charlie, who else thought it was a mannequin? Because it can't be only
I think you're on your own.
Because it looked like a mannequin.
I know it. Yeah, I get what you mean.
My director thought it was a mannequin. It's not only me. It's not. I will not be alone. I'll not be alone on this one. Anyway, so when is the experience?
The experience is on the 18th of February in Accra.
Where?
Okay, so I let the cut out. I was going to release that tonight at a meeting, but it's going to be at Christ Temple East.
Okay.
In ICGC.
Okay.
Tishi.
Okay.
On the 18th of February. And then in
18th
Kumasi,
February.
25th is going to be Bantama Church of Pentecost.
Okay. Bantam, I like the way you say bantam.
Poma, not just spoke.
I'll be the photo. Thank you so much for coming and for sharing and for the good work you're doing. I'm always looking so fabulous. And I don't know how you do it, but this is the doing of the Lord.
It is marvelous in our sight.
It's not legal to look this fine in January.
You know, isn't it?
No.
You see,
but
the doing of the Lord.
The doing of the Lord. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And God bless your ministry.
God bless you too.
And so there you have it. Check it out on YouTube and all streaming platforms. The doing of the Lord.